I'm Dale Smith for Loonie Politics, and we are getting a better sense of how the federal government is planning to attach strings to the new federal transfers. And most of those strings have to do with the data. It sounds like, according to Justin Trudeau, the reporting of that data and the health outcomes in terms of how they will compare to other provinces is going to be the main driver of being able to try and pressure the governments in order to ensure that the spending is going to where it needs to be. And that has its ups and downs. Part of it is because there's no real constitutional mechanism by which the federal government can say, you must spend these federal dollars in this way. And doing so comes with accusations of micromanagement. But the downside is that provinces have shown themselves to be pretty shameless. And it's difficult enough for media and for labor organizations to try and hold governments to account, even if they do have this data. So it could be a weakness there going forward, but the federal government doesn't have too many options. Now, we will see some other possible mechanisms in these 3-year action plans that they all need to come up with as part of the first tranche of funding. And those are coming up as part of the signing of these agreements. I'm quite sure that a province or two is going to throw an absolute temper tantrum over what needs to go into this action plan. But it could be, and it remains to be seen, that there will be some deliverables attached to these action plans by which the federal government can say, unless these conditions are met by the end of this 3-year period, you don't get more funding. So we will see if that is part of it, but it doesn't quite sound like it given Trudeau's talk about the data. Now, provinces still have a lot of room in which to maneuver in terms of ways to improve the system. Only BC so far has made comprehensive changes to how they're funding primary care. Other provinces can do that. All the provinces need to put more funding into residency spaces so that more doctors, particularly foreign-trained ones, can do their residencies in the provinces and increase the number of doctors available. They all have the ability to increase the number of medical school spaces in their province and their post-secondary institutions. So these are all things that provinces can do, but we'll see if they start using any of these federal dollars to do so. For Loonie Politics, I'm Dale Smith.